What's up, world? This is the Cannonball Podcast. I am your host, Captain Z. With me, and always, we have my crewmates here. We have Gingerbeard,
Yo.
and we have One-Eyed Josh.
Arr, ladies, how's it be?
All right. On today's episode, we're going to talk about a couple of fun little topics. Mostly the last movie we saw, which was Transformers One,
Yep.
which we all enjoyed.
Yeah. What Chris Hemsworth instead of our original Peter McCollum, which is
It's fine. He retired.
okay. Yeah. I mean, I think he sounds like him.
He sounds perfectly fine, like a young Optimus Prime would sound.
Yeah, he sounds fine.
Yeah, so that's fine. We're also going to talk about Psycho, our friend Gingerbeard, first time watching it.
Yep.
We have a fun little thing on that, and really anything else on
Yeah.
that. You and I watched a horror movie where they did the unthinkable. A black guy actually survived.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Night of the Demons, 1988.
That's the surprising part. It was one of the earliest horror movies that didn't kill the black guy first.
American.
Yes.
Wow.
And we clapped. We clapped around towards the end. I started clapping in the movie, being like, he's the first. He wasn't the first victim.
And he saved the white girl.
That's true.
I would raise a fist in the air.
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
but yeah, I feel like that'd be a little
Well, let's start with our Transformers 1 review, since this is the first podcast of October, so the Halloween stuff goes last.
Yeah.
Transformers 1. On a scale of 1 to 10, we all graded when we got out of the movie theater. My grade still is the same, 9.
8.5.
Pretty high
Yeah.
for us. I am the Transformers fan in the room, a diehard. I think we're all Transformers fans, but I think I'm the diehard of the
That is fact, yes.
I'm like
pseudo diehard.
amateur.
Yeah, amateur diehard.
Yeah.
Did I say pseudo diehard? You're not an amateur. Amateur would be this is your first movie.
No, I'm definitely a pseudo diehard.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You experience that shows is what's got you into the Transformers lore.
I think I watched all of the Michael Bay movies. I think.
I did too.
I watched all of them too, yeah.
Yeah, I know. My favorite Transformers series was Transformers Cybertron, but my other favorite ones were Energon and Armada.
Of the anime.
Yeah, but the Armada, well, they're all anime.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I
Yeah.
forgot because they use like CGI. Well, like
The Cybertron, yes. For Energon and Armada, they use anime
yeah.
with Hasbro and the company that did the Transformers cartoons in Tokyo.
Right. Yeah.
Mm.
That's how they made Armada. Although I think my favorite Starscream is in Armada because he's not a typical Starscream. He's actually very much more
Honorable of it.
honorable samurai kind of swordsman. You know, even in Energon, very honorable, not a traitor. It isn't until you get to Cybertron when his character finally develops into the Starscream of the 1980s, where he betrays Megatron.
Right.
That was the thing. But this is Transformers 1 review. I thought it was great. I thought it touched on the lore very well. I thought that whatever story they changed to make it fit well, them being friends was probably the best way to do that, to
Yeah.
make the betrayal even hurt more. Is that like
It works.
it worked fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the problem people have said with the animation. I had no problem with the animation. They're giant robots. They're not supposed to mimic humans.
Yeah.
It's different when it's like 2D animation than when it's 3D. 3D, they have to kind of incorporate the movement of robotics.
Oh yeah.
So if it looked kind of
Robotic.
Wonky.
wonky, that's because of the robotic movement that they're programming it with.
I said robotic.
Yeah, well,
That's
I
it.
mean,
That's it was a
Well, it's close to it.
Yeah.
But it's that thing where it's like, yeah, well, they don't, like, yes, they're humanoid looking robots, but
So robots.
they're robots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still, like, well, they're not. It's not like RoboCop. Well, I mean,
Well, RoboCop is a robot cyborg that moves exactly how you think a robot would move.
Yeah.
right, yeah.
He does not have human movement.
I meant what Terminator, but I got
Well, Terminator is different. Terminator is a full-on
Cyborg.
no robot, not well, a cybernetic
organism.
robot.
He says.
Yeah, he says. So, and he's also I think the way that he's built is he's supposed to mimic a human skeleton and human
Bones.
bone structure.
Yeah.
So he can move like humans move.
But without skin, I guess.
He still moves like a human would move because it's all.
Well. I'm thinking, like the first
Oh yeah, well that
movie.
yeah.
was different because
I think it's had to do with his feet because his feet are kind of angular, like a human would
Right,
be
yeah.
angular. So like if
Makes
we
sense.
were skeletons, it would look awkward walking.
right. Good point. Yeah.
So that's why it looked awkward for him walking.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why Transformers is different because well, they have like more like
Plate.
yeah, I guess yeah because the Terminator is just like skeleton
Yes. Terminator skeleton, a Transformers robot is a
blocks.
transformer robotic features that can transform into a car, into a robot, into a plane. Sometimes they can do triple change. They can just change completely.
Yeah, speaking of in the movie that we saw, I don't know if like in apparently in well the movie to transform you need
Cog.
a cog, yes.
Transformation cog, which they are born with, and it has to be basically removed from them when they first come on the line.
Yeah. What Sentinel Prime did remove.
Yes.
Yeah, in this in the movie he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
He's like
Well, Sentinel Prime is always portrayed as the betrayer of the, well, in some media. Like if you watch Transformers, the animated series, or Transformers, the third movie, which was
Dark Knight.
Darker than the Moon, which actually was not Sentinel. Was it Sentinel or was it Zeta?
I think he says. You think he said it was Sentinel, but
I think it was. I think because Zeta Prime is Optimus and Sentinel's teacher. He's the Prime that in the lore now that is their trainer, like trains them to be the next Primes. So I think they used Sentinel as they used Zeta's wisdom, but changed his name to Sentinel, which would make sense because Sentinel is always cast as the betrayer, no, Ultra Magnus is not in this at all, even though he's kind of Prime's brother.
yeah.
He's Optimus's like other like brother, kind of friend, like comrade,
Yeah.
which I kind of was a little. I thought because his art scheme was almost close to Zeta's Prime's art scheme, except he's blue and orange, not blue and gold. So it's close.
Oh, yeah.
So it's close to his art scheme. All in all, I liked every Transformer. I mean, the only one that was kind of off was again Alita 1, because unfortunately in the 1980s, Alita 1, her only character trait was being well, yeah, and Optimus Prime's love bot.
Interest?
Yeah,
Yeah.
love interest. So it's like, oh
Love
my god,
bot.
Optimus, I love you.
Well, let's how about I put my dog in your.
Dude, I can't even do it.
The sad part is that's not how they reproduce, and that's how they That's not how they make children. The planet is the one that makes Cybertronians. Cybertronians do not have
Reproductive organs.
reproductive organs, being that they're robots, obviously. Also, they don't have children. The young bots are pretty much full grown when they come to life.
Mhm.
Yeah, like yeah. Are they always adults?
They're always adults. They're called hatchlings, so they're like the new that's like so part of like the movie lore is kind of correct. They are called hatchlings. They are
Mhm.
hatched from the planet itself, but they don't look like little bugs when they first hatch. Um, they hatch and then it takes a minute for their sparks to come online, and then they're whatever, they're whatever they're programmed to be. So like when they hatch, they're given a name and then they're sent to processing to be processed into what they're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So they
Yeah.
could be like it's the
Miners,
they can be
warriors.
they can be
Janitors.
scholars.
Yeah. Oh, hate that.
Well, yeah, scholars. They can be politicians or
racers.
government. Yeah, racers.
Mhm.
Anything that they deem is worthy of you when you're hatching,
Yeah.
and then that's what you are. You're given your name or whether your number technically, but mostly they're given a name, and that's it. Then you go off to do whatever you want. You're free. They have free will. They can do whatever they want.
Yeah.
They don't have to pick. They don't have to stay in the job that they're given, which is what Optimus and Megatron do. Is they leave the mining job and become leaders, so
Yeah.
they can grow and develop as well. It's just when they're first given a job, that's what they're first given.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can grow and make yourself better.
You upgrade yourself, right?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah. So like, I guess you can still grow.
Yes. Yeah, you can grow and evolve and become enlightened. That's pretty much what it is. Alita 1, the reason why I say it's a little off-putting, is the only time that she's really been depicted as a strong female character is the Netflix shows, Transformers, which she ends up dying because she stays on the planet because of the war, and when Optimus and the others return to the planet, they find her decaying husk.
Oh.
It's a very tragic scene. It's like
Yeah.
it's one of the moments where you're like, as someone who really likes the character, it's like it's the first time Optimus breaks down because he literally falls to his knees and he's like, Alita.
No.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like a solemn like I fucked up
Yeah.
because of the war and everything. It's my fault. It's like it's not really your fault. It's
Poor as
both.
hell.
Yeah, war is hell. There
Yeah.
is see, that's the thing about it. It's like at the end of the movie, I said it's like Optimus was weak in that moment where he could have killed Megatron, but because Megatron is his friend
Do
and
it.
brother and like someone he shares a close connection with, it's one of those things where it's like I can't kill you because I still believe in you. I still believe that there's good, even though like you've shown me that there's not. That's the thing. It's different from Joker and Batman's dynamic because Joker has no good at all.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Joker has shown that he can be good.
Yeah, when he's
But-
not insane.
No, like the only time I'll
Yeah,
reference, real quick,
Yeah.
is that there was a guy that worked for Joker and he was gonna go kill him, and he finds out through this guy's son that it's this kid's birthday and no one's going to his birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
So Joker says, "You go to your house, you get some stuff ready. I'm gonna go get the people." So he threatens everybody to go to this kid's party, and then he entertains it with party games and stuff.
Yeah.
And Joker's minion's like, Mr. Joker, I'm sorry. He's like, listen, out of respect for your son, I'm not gonna kill you, but I'm gonna cut off your arm.
All right.
Okay.
You were gonna say something, Gingerbread?
I was going to say, shit. Megatron is These were like Magneto.
I would say Magneto. I would say Magneto. Definitely like Magneto because no, I would say
Yeah,
Magneto.
you hit him. Well,
No. I mean mindset.
Sorry.
You know. No, I mean like I don't know. There's one villain that comes to mind of like when your entire world is shattered and everything that you believe in.
Thanos.
Yeah.
I think Thanos. He reminds me more of Thanos, but
Thanos, Vader, any character that has that kind of thing where your entire world is shattered and in like instead of taking the good, the silver lining, he takes the darker side and be like, well, it wouldn't be this way if it was my world order. If it was under me, it would be different kind of thing. So in that sense, like the Magneto line kind of fits. The Vader line kind of fits. The Thanos thing kind of fits. Any character that's gone through that kind of growth fits Megatron in a way.
Ozai.
Ozai, definitely. Although Ozai is a lot, I would say. Well, it was a lot of action.
Ozai is a lot better than the animated Ozai.
The cartoon Ozai is just a dick.
He was just evil as all.
One more reference to me and Captain C's view of Ozai. Go and check out the Avatar episode when we did talk about the live action series.
Yes.
Yeah.
We all talk about it.
Yeah.
And we all go into very good depth of our viewpoint on Ozai.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. And if you also want to check us out, we're on YouTube as well. All of our podcasts will be scheduled on YouTube and any other audio listening files. Like Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeart. Just look up Cannonball Podcast and look for the logo.
Yep.
Or look us up on X, where the logo with the orange logo and purple lettering. It's pretty much the logo.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to like the Transformers aspect. I liked Starscream. I liked his voice. I knew everyone. I knew exactly who they were. You guys were kind of like racism.
Okay, no.
Sorry.
I was gonna say. No, sorry about that, dude. I was gonna say. Yes, you called characters out there. I was calling voices of characters.
Yeah, you were calling voices. I was calling the character.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was kind of calling first at first I was doing the characters. But when Starscream started to speak, I was like, what the hell? Oh God, who the hell's this? I know this.
I immediately assumed it's Steve Buscemi.
I thought, a few things. Starscream's either Steve Buscemi, which he is, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
The other guess was David Spade. I don't know why.
Even though they worked a lot together, Steve Buscemi and David Spade, I don't think they have a similar voice. And Steve Buscemi's voice is a very particular voice.
Yeah, you're right. It's him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I knew, because when Starscream came on board, and then you see right in the corner Shockwave, and then you see Soundwave right there.
Yeah.
I am Soundwave.
Yeah, Soundwave. Yeah, you see Soundwave, and it's like you're missing. I said, they're missing Thundercracker, Skyrim, or Sky Shadow.
Yeah.
Skyrim. He should be
Well, he's like he's black and purple, and he looks exactly. He's the same as Starscream, but black and purple.
Jet.
Jetfire. They were missing. They were missing Silverbolt.
Sorry.
Yeah, go.
I thought that Jetfire, he was a Decepticon, right?
He was a Decepticon, then he turned coat to Autobots when he felt that Optimus was loyal or more honorable as a soldier and as a leader than Megatron was.
Yeah.
Well, so
it's a choice. I like the movie. It's a choice. It's like I choose to be Autobot.
Well, so you were saying who else?
Who was in the movie? It was Silverbolt. You had Jazz was in the movie, which I was ecstatic, but you don't see him. Then there was Then you saw there was Blur. His name was on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
He was not a bot that had any speaking line, but he was technically in the
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Sideswipe was in the movie too.
He's a racer, as like a.
Yeah, Sideswipe was in the movie, or at least his design was in the movie. They showed a bot that looked like Sideswipe, Sunstreaker, who else? Cliff Jumper. They did not have.
Did they have them use the doctor on the Autobots?
Ratchet. They had Ratchet. They said they called Dr. Ratchet, but
Yeah.
they also have another Autobot that works under Ratchet called Red Alert. That was in all the shows that we watched as a kid as well. They were. He's not in the movie.
Yeah.
But it's just another character. Another like other notable Decepticons, you had the Constructicons that formed Devastator. You have the Insecticons that are insects. They eat raw materials.
Yeah.
And you have
Well, they had obviously crimes.
yeah. My other favorite Autobot, who is exactly like Soundwave, but he's an Autobot, is he's called what's his name?
I am not.
No, he's what's his name? You have Perceptor, who's a giant telescope.
Oh, really?
That's what he transforms into?
Well, he transforms. Actually, no, he transforms into a microscope, but he uses as a telescope.
Okay.
That's Perceptor
too.
Yeah,
the telescope.
Yeah, that's Perceptor.
So I see that everyone's winning when they get their call.
Pretty much. He's not. Well, no, he's in the '80s movies and in some of the other Transformers shows.
But the '80s were.
They didn't have RC, which I was surprised.
Wait. Sure? I think saw her.
Maybe they did have her, but she didn't have any speaking lines.
Well, she might have. What do you say? Like a few. What is say? Hey, is that Optimus? Like,
that could have been something. They also had Hound, and then they had what's his name?
Shit. What was his name? The ninja.
Shit.
Who's the ninja guy? God.
It's gonna stop me too, because I know who he's talking about. I just don't remember it.
I'm drawing a blank still.
They had Wheeljack. I saw Wheeljack.
And Prowl?
Yes. No, it's not Prowl. It's Balls. It might be Blur. They might have used Blur.
It might have not. No, I can't remember any.
They had Hound. They had what was his name? The other one. They didn't have Perceptor. If they did, it would have been like just for the '80s. People who watched the '80s show.
The anime and stuff.
Yeah, who grew up with the '80s TV show. I think they didn't have Astro Train, who's a Decepticon. Nor did they have. You can see, they did not have. Another one I hated. They did not have Hot Rod.
I like Hot Rod.
Hot Rod's my favorite. The one that turns into Rodimus Prime.
Oh, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, Hot Rod, and then they didn't have Hot Shot, which is the Bumblebee replacement.
Well, I think what they had. They have Ironhide.
No, not yet.
I think they meet him. Probably if they make another movie, they're probably gonna make it where they meet other Autobots.
Well, yeah, they're gonna have like Ironhide, Jazz, the main.
Because because they left it off. They're going to go to war probably with the robots.
Yeah, they're gonna go to war with the Decepticons.
Wasn't there cop?
Prowl.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's Prowl. Prowl is the he's the cop transformer, and then you have they have a whole lot of, they have so many transformers they can use, they can pick and pull from. Blockbuster. That's the Autobot that sounds like
He sounds familiar.
yeah, he's like
He sounds like an old
he's
store.
he's a boombox. He transforms into a boombox, and he's basically like Soundwave, except Soundwave transforms into
A cassette tape.
a cassette tape. He transforms into a boombox, which I thought was cool.
No, transforms into the store.
Well, I thought what was funny is you guys asked me. It's like, well, I didn't think because it was either you or Gingerbeard that said like I thought Megatron was a jet. I just,
I said that.
yeah,
We both said it.
Well,
you
yeah,
both asked.
Yeah.
Well, you see, I grew up with the anime.
Yeah, and he's a jet.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand. He's a jet.
Yeah, but I guess he transforms it into a jet and a tank.
No, he transforms into a tank. I don't know if he has a jet form yet. He may because he took Megatronus's
Weapon.
his cog.
Yeah.
So he may have a jet form coming if he takes out his cog and puts Megatronus's cog in it. But his very first form, the first form he ever had was a gun.
Like just a gun.
No, like a gun that he could transform into, and then Starscream or any other Decepticon can fire him.
Starscream would be like, oh,
That's very weak.
That's the only way it works. He's useless if he transforms into a gun. He can't fire himself.
Starscream, like he just like tossed the gun into a volcano.
It wouldn't work because he would fly out of it immediately and then
Yeah.
start beating the shit out of Starscream.
Yeah.
Right through into.
Betrayed me, will you? Again?
Well, if you watch the 1980s cartoon, John, like you did, like I told you, it's like the minute they enter the Autobot ship, Megatron, for the only time he ever transforms into his gun mode, besides watching the cartoons, is when he says, "Megatron, die, Autobots!" And he just turns into his gun form, and Starscream catches him and is like, that's when the instruments of destruction turns on as he shoots.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when it starts.
Yeah, I love this song. I love all the songs for the movie.
No, my favorite line from the 1980s movie is when, like, Ironhide's like, no, and Megatron's like, such heroic nonsense. And he just,
When he kills
He
Optimus. Yeah.
no, he kills Ironhide and shoots him square in the face.
I know.
I wish what they used what the old sound.
I wish they used "You Got the Touch" the minute like he had Primus.
Yeah.
And it's like
Optimus,
You got the power. Yeah.
and then
that would have been
he just starts like the crap out of
that would have been the best moment and to utilize that song. It would have been funny.
Why didn't know?
I think they
They
don't
should have.
they don't understand. Like anyone who is a diehard Transformers fan would have just everyone in that theater that was a diehard Transformers fan would immediately yeah
Like a room. A fight scene.
That would have been so cool.
That I'm hoping. Well, since you're sure there's going to be a sequel.
Well, I don't know because
I think
they're losing money left and right now.
Are
So
they?
Yeah, but they left it off in a particular place where there could be a sequel.
yeah, well, the way they left it off, it could either stand alone and stay as it is, or they can have a sequel. Which, like to me, it deserves a sequel. I think it did well enough that it could deserve it. And also, I think people are projecting the money losses because the other robot movie that came out alongside of the DreamWorks one is also losing money.
The Wild Robot.
Yeah, it's also losing money. It didn't make a lot either.
Oh,
It's all done to their marketing. They didn't market the movie well enough, or if they did market it, people just didn't like the way that they were, showing it off. So it kind of turned people off. Now that YouTubers and other reviewers have seen the movie and have told people that it's really good, now they're getting those losses back, but it still looks like it's a loss in the opening weekend, which is stupid. You should wait till its run ends, and then overall, how much money did it make? And then that's what would tell you was a success or not. It should have nothing to do with it being opening weekend.
Oh no, I don't understand. If you make a good movie.
You can make a great movie, but if you don't market that movie with solid marketing and solid trailers, you can make a good movie do poor at the box office. And that's what happened with Transformers 1. They did not market this movie well.
Mm-hmm.
They just didn't. For whatever reason, they just didn't market it well. Whether they thought it was going to fail or whether they just were like, well, they'll get the idea of.
They dropped the ball.
They really dropped the ball, and that's what happened. Yeah. Also, another thing too, I'm not like I don't want to like spoil it, but there are a couple of good lines I really did like. I really did like how I guess that's Bumblebee, Badassatron.
Yeah.
No, Bumblebee.
Oh, no,
like
he is.
like my favorite moment is actually when we see it's the end credit scene when he runs back. He's like, guys, I got knife hands. Oh, he cuts his one friend up. He's like, no.
My favorite moment, like the storm, some storm is coming, like the wave.
Oh yeah, the one.
Yeah.
But the crew is like looking at it, it's like, oh my god, what is that? And then
He's
Bumblebee, like he turns around and just runs away.
he's the first one to run.
Yeah, I was like, nope.
Yeah.
it's like I see him run away. I'm like, why are you all standing up there and run? Like,
Because I've never seen it. No. The moment that pissed both me and One Eye off and got us to actually say it out loud in the theater is when Gingerberry says, "Oh, that's gay." Oh, fuck you.
come on, oh gosh.
When he called Optimus and Megatron's like touching moment gay, and you're
I'm
like,
just like, really, bro?
I'm sorry. I can resist.
fuck
Like,
you.
it just seems like I don't know. I'm sorry, but
also they're robots, so if you're gonna start pairing them up, it's like
I came.
they're genderless. Well, yeah, they're male and female robots, but beyond that, they do not have sex.
I wasn't making a
I
goddamn joke.
know. Not you. I'm talking about people out there that are already starting to do it.
Well, yeah, you're right. I'm sure.
We're like, why are you hating on Ginger Beer for a comment?
It's like, oh, look, they're clearly gay. You can see it in the thing. They're clearly. It's like, no, they're not.
Genderless robots that have no idea what sex
No, they're not genderless robots. They're sexless robots.
Yeah.
They don't have sexual organs. They have male and female robots. They just don't. They don't have any reason to mate.
True.
Yes. I guess it's. I never understood gender in Transformers.
I always just assumed it was like okay, so like as a child, you're not consumed by their relationship status. Obviously, like, you don't care that like, oh, this robot's dating this robot.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Even though like in the 1980s they drew RC to have like a bosom and boobs,
Mm-hmm.
like clearly, like she's supposed to be sexy, like that's how they drew RC. You know, like any female Transformer they drew nowadays doesn't really look like a humanoid female. They look more like a female robot would look like with transformation and transforms.
Which I approve.
Yeah, I approve of that. I
Mhm.
don't mind that at all. I don't have a problem with like if they want to pair them up, it's fine. Like they could be like they're not really married because there's no point in them pairing off. It's just more of like out of this necessity of like I don't want to be alone forever. Like fine, they can pair up. I guess
The
that
bond.
way. Yeah, it's a
The
bond.
bonding,
It's
you know,
more of a bond of friendship and like a bond of like from like family ties than it is a bond of sexual nature.
Yeah, I guess when not every bond needs.
To be sexual.
Yeah.
Yeah, it can be a platonic bond.
Yeah.
Like brother, sister, parent, paranoid, parents, stuff like that. It's platonic. It's got nothing to do with sex.
I guess everything. I guess everything
Well,
is on Cybertron.
yeah, well, everything on Cybertron should be platonic because they have no need to reproduce because they can't reproduce. The planet makes the robots themselves, the hatchlings. So there is no real sex going on Cybertron. Like that's what people don't understand. It's like, well, how did like the Cybertrons get made? Well, for many years, they were made in factories on Cybertron. That's how they were built. They were built. Now, in the recent decades, it's the planet makes them. Like they come out on the planet. They just
Planet gives birth.
the planet gives birth to or the planet makes them.
Yeah.
So that's basically what it is. They come out and then they go through the cycle of like everything. Like you gotta go through like numbering, naming, what you're good at, like what job are you going to take, experience, things like that. So that's how it works.
It's kind of like Adam and Eve a little bit.
Pretty much, it's pretty much like that. There is no real like if you think like they're gonna get hung up, they're gonna get hung up on a woman. Like there have been times when like a robot is trying to impress a lady, and you're kind of as a child, you're probably sitting there being like, but you're robots.
Why?
Why are you trying to impress her? Unless you're gonna show that they also can reproduce through
Just
each
laying
other.
on top of you.
Yeah, through each other. Like, are we? They've never done it. They never said they could. So.
This reminds me of that.
Something tells me if they can't reproduce not like a human would, their sex is just like they lay on top of each other and that's it.
I think their sex would be exactly what you would think on Robot Chicken, where the guy's humping the.
The fucking semi truck thing.
Well, no, I think it's like the one I saw on you guys ever watched Flash the Gets on YouTube? Flash Gets.
I
No.
watched some, not all.
I've never heard what you're talking about.
Hard to explain.
You don't have to explain it. We can.
Well, they made a transformer skin, and like it's about trans stuff.
Oh, God damn it!
No, please. We're not getting involved into this.
Well, there will be there's a robot they called Curve, but she's just a big like a big ball with a robot head.
They did the same thing. They did the same thing with fucking
His parody.
robot. No, they did the same thing with Robot Chicken, where Robot Chicken did where like they made Optimus Prime have prostate, and he had to get a prostate exam.
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the end of the thing, he's like, "Well, I am a robot, so I don't need to understand prostate." Ha 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 ha. ha.
Guys.
Yeah, and dies, and you're like, "Well, you're a dick."
Yeah.
No, I'm just grabbing my charger out of my backpack because
Okay.
I don't want the computer to suddenly die. That's,
What's that old transformer can live like it can like
it can live for however long, as long as it doesn't die through the war or through rust,
rust.
which is the plague for Cybertron.
Yeah.
They call it rust.
Yeah. Which
Makes sense.
it does. You're right. And
Sorry.
You can take mine. You can take mine off the charger. You can send it to me.
The second one?
Yeah, that's fine.
all right.
There you go. Just plug it into the wall. That way I can.
Can you give me my cell phone though?
Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
No, anyway. So no, but that's the Transformers thing. I mean, like, if you really want to get down into it, it's like when people say, "Look, there are gay couples in Cybertron or on Transformers now." It's like, okay, cool. I don't know why. I think asexuals would be like, well, this is like they would represent asexuals the most, even though they're robots.
Yeah.
So, like, you're calling yourself robots. Is that what you're calling yourselves?
Yeah.
Asexual people.
Is that will that be is that a bad thing?
Not really, but
Yeah. So
I don't care.
I don't know. It's just I'm saying. I guess some people will take that as a compliment.
I guess. All right. Well, I think we've done enough on Transformers. Well, we can always come back on our favorite Transformers like series and things like that. And another topic. We'll save that for a later topic. Rainy day. All right. Number one. We're going to talk about Psycho.
Oh yeah,
This is the one that Ginger Beard was a part of.
well, the original one. Not
The original Psycho. Well, the Psycho, the other one, the one with
isn't it?
Batman, Christian Bale. It's called American Psycho.
Oh well, that's different.
Not really. It's the same character. It's Norman Bates. It's just called American Psycho. What?
Not the same character, different story altogether. So the American Psycho is written by a book. It's an adaptation from a book. It's not the same thing. Even though Psycho was a book, it's not. It's two different stories whatsoever. So Psycho is about obviously kind of like playing like a dramatization of Ed Gein, whereas American Psycho is about how high cost society can get away with pretty much anything, because as long as they conform, there's not really much that you can do.
Okay. But his name is Norman Bates as well.
Don't think that's his name in the movie. I think it's something else. I can look it up though, real quick.
I don't care. They've always, whenever I watch YouTube videos, they always cast the American Psycho person as Norman Bates.
Well, I never watched it. Was allowed.
Oh no, dude, it's
No,
fine.
I
It's
never
not.
really-
I
I can't
haven't.
really argue. So
I'm not arguing. I don't really care.
Patrick Bateman.
well, that's
I mean,
That's-
it's
I mean,
kind of
that's as close to
yeah. I mean,
Bates, Bateman,
Yeah.
Bates. So I mean, if you're not saying that that's that close, like on the nose, like
very inspired.
it's inspired by it, sure.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's pretty spot on the nose that they're telling you this is because of Psycho, not because of.
It's American Psycho. It's like original Psycho, except
American.
yeah, except it takes place in America.
All right. Well, anyway, to get on track with this, our friend Gingerbeard watching for the first time, which we did warn you.
It was a little slow.
It.
he warned you. That's the problem with certain films, including black and white films. Even when they're horror, they are notoriously slow.
Yes. There's
Right.
the.
Yeah, especially the one with the coffee and the Friday with the 13th.
Well, that was.
Oh yeah, that was the 80s.
That's 80s.
I
man.
hate it.
How many cups of coffee did she make?
It made a lot.
Yeah.
It took her how long to make coffee?
Well, I mean, it took her probably 15 minutes. It was a very long time. Also, I like to point out the first Friday the 13th movie did not have that long of a script, so they were probably telling her to take as long as you
To run out the
can
light out the time, yeah.
to run the time, so that we don't have to do this shit.
I'm sorry. Well, that's a little lazy movie.
I agree. I mean, it's a lazy way to write it. Yes, very much so. Very lazy.
But however,
Psycho.
well, Psycho, it's actually a little better than that. Because
Well, it's more of a, I wouldn't like, because they call it they call it a slasher. It's one of the first slashers, really. I would call it more of it's more of a cop drama.
Yeah. With more
yeah,
elements to it.
Yeah.
the crime.
Yeah, it's more of a cop drama. Also, they really don't dive into the horror aspect of it until like close to the very end. If you really want to make a funny joke, the director, Alfred Hitchcock, actually viewed it as a comedy.
Yeah.
He viewed Psycho as a comedy rather than a
horror movie.
horror movie.
We were watching last night Eli Roth's History of Horror.
Yeah.
And we watched the one about zombies and the one about slashers. And in there, he literally said they have like stock footage of the interviews. Like, yeah, I kind of viewed it as kind of comical.
It's kind of funny. I did not see any of it as funny. Both E and I said it. We answered, but it's not very funny at all. So
Yeah.
if anything, it's actually
It's creepy.
it's actually quite sick.
Yeah.
The way that they do Bates like that, Norman Bates, and the way that he dresses up like a woman. He basically turns into his mom.
I like how what the was the credits at the end.
explains it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was one of my favorite parts too when I first watched it.
Well, because it dives into like his mental state. It tells
Yeah.
you exactly like in case you watch it for the first time and you're like, well, what is he a cross-dresser and things like that? And then he just basically, no, he has dual personalities, or he had dual personalities. Now he only has one, and it's his mother.
The one thing I will admit though is that it does not take the form and the body of a slasher until the second part, which I have the grace of owning all the parts too, and I've seen all of them. And I will say this: two is pretty much one, but with the slasher elements. Like the scene where he got stabbed
Yeah.
on the staircase. They show that now, and they show the blood and the gash and everything. They show like the other scene where another girl gets stabbed, and in this too, I will only say this: it's Bates has been released, and he's struggling to remain sane, and he's trying so hard. And actually, the sister is trying to make him go insane so he can get sent back.
Okay. Well, we're good.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Let's scale 1 to 10. Ginger Beard. What do you rank Psycho?
7.5.
All right.
All right, that's fair. Yeah.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
I see.
I'm the same, 7.5.
Yeah, the beginning.
8.
Oh, 8. Okay. Yeah, the beginning.
Well, at the beginning, kind of makes no sense.
Then again, it was late for me.
That's true. That's true. Although you were having fun with our little skit that I was doing, I started because here at the Bates Motel,
We were
making the 1950s commercials.
well,
Yeah.
and then
but making it really dirty.
Jingles.
Psycho.
Yeah.
and then we pretend Norman he
Doesn't want to do it. He's like, he has to sing every time he meets people. It's like, at the Bates Motel.
What the hell?
and when the captain started was singing again. I pretended to be the detective. It's like you were like at the yeah whatever.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I know your game. Well, look, I'm looking for these stuff like
Yeah.
something like that.
No, I like the but I like the part where it's like we incorporate because like we have 12 vacancies. It's like we have 12 vacancies. Don't mind that peephole.
Oh, in the room.
I go to this thing all the time. I'm afraid so.
My mother might come in and kill you. Wait, what?
You didn't hear shit.
I like to point out that shower scene.
Yeah.
That shower scene is very infamous because again it's used in a pistachios commercial.
Oh yeah, it is.
Well,
right.
that commercial.
That
When
show
Bates
commercial.
does it, cause his mother get cracking.
Well, I'm sorry. It's always used in like parodies, like in some.
Well, they used it very well in the back Looney Tunes Back in Action. Remember that scene where
Yes.
she walks into the bathroom and it's bugs? Like he's just, and he just pours carrot juice.
Yeah.
And this guy's eye. He's like, doesn't anybody knock anymore?
Yeah.
I love that part.
Which actually does play into the fact of like, well, he says Psycho is supposed to be a funny movie, although.
I don't
See,
see
here's my
comedy
thing
in it.
about funny. I think they say like, well, because men dress up in drag, it's supposed to be funny, which is why like a lot of comedians, like the one thing that they hate doing is like when someone says like, well, you have to dress up in drag, and they're like, no.
Yeah.
That's why you can always tell who sold out and who didn't.
Yeah.
Like, the comedians that didn't sell out are the ones that are like, yeah, I'm not dressing up. I'm not doing a woman shit.
Yeah.
It's not funny.
No.
I don't have. You see, I don't need to.
Dress in drag to be funny,
Okay.
and that's not funny. I agree.
In fact, it seems a little desperate.
I also like
I was very desperate.
I also like to point out it's more of a horror. I would say to Alfred Hitchcock, if he was sitting in the room, I would be like, if you want to make it a comedy, you sure as hell are not funny because you made a horror movie by mistake.
Yeah.
It's kind of how I feel about what those Origo commercials.
Oh yeah,
With the guy
yeah.
he dressing up a lot. I'm like,
It's a Rigo.
you gotta go Origo.
Yeah, that was okay.
Yeah, well, the car
Yeah,
commercial.
that one. Yeah.
We'll let the two brothers.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. We know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah, no, those suck.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm talking about. Like if you have to dress stupid, but to make
People laugh. It's not funny.
yeah, you know, and I'm sure. I'm sure there's some the people it is. I mean, well, not a lot.
I mean, to be fair, the only two people that died were the private eye, and the woman in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
This death count for Psycho is actually very low. Only two people die in Psycho completely. Well, unless you want to throw in the mother and her boyfriend and the dad, which he doesn't reveal he murders the dad.
It's not revealed until the TV series.
Yeah, so there is no reveal that he murdered the dad. He's only murdered technically four people: his mom, her lover,
Yeah.
the woman, and the private eye.
Actually, though, he does mention in the scene where he gives the breakdown, how many missing persons people have you had? Like 5. Yeah. If you dredge that lake, that bog, you'll find them. So there's 5 other people.
Yeah, but I'm talking about as the movie as a whole.
Yeah, as a whole. Yeah, I agree. As it progressed, yeah.
Well, like movies kill count.
Yeah.
Like so far, it's like I don't know if you count on the people who died for the movie.
I wouldn't count them.
No.
It's the movie.
Yeah.
The movie
It is the
itself.
movie.
Those are just
So movie kill count, it's only 2 then.
it's 2.
Yeah.
It's only 2,
Yeah.
which is a very low kill count for a horror movie. Even though it's a thriller. It's not really a horror either.
Yeah.
It's a thriller movie. Although I did like the part where I wanted to do it so bad. I wanted Josh to rewind it the bit when she opens the door, have the mom, but she's Jewish, like, close the damn door!
Oh my God! Okay,
You're laying a draft in!
Oh shit! He's talking.
Yeah.
He's talking. Let's do myself.
It's the skeleton woman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like, close the damn door!
I know you were looking at me during it. I'm like, wait, why are you looking at me?
Yeah.
What? I know you. I know you were. I know you were looking in the. I was taking a bath. Mom, you're a corpse. Always excuses.
Oh, excuses.
Like,
I like to point out, technically, the mother's crime was the perfect crime. Poison, no one was the wiser
Yeah.
at all. Perfect crime. Even the lady was a perfect crime, really. Nobody would know. It's in the middle of nowhere on, whatever, I'm guessing Route 66.
and
Yeah.
it took place in the
40.
early 60s.
Early
40s.
60s. Well, no, 60s. Yeah, 60s. Sorry. 60s.
Yeah, they didn't install the cameras yet. So
Well, if anything, if he didn't act so weird with the private eye, he probably would have gotten away with it because all he had to do was say like, "Oh yeah, she did stay here, but she moved on.
Yeah.
I don't know where."
he should have had he should have used the time he had to prepare, you know?
Remember, he probably has had victim to the nut house because he has some experience when he's describing her, like putting his mother in a home, and he's describing that like they're dead eyes and things like that. It's like, oh, he has experience in a nut house.
Well,
He's been in a nut house.
Like I said, that all explains more. Even though I don't think they ever planned for a TV series, that explains more in the TV series because there is a season where, for most or half the season, he's in like a nut house kind of thing.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like that is the storyline he's telling you.
Yeah.
It's like they're dead eyes, they're cold dead eyes, and then like him saying like stuffing birds and things. Everything he talks about, like I told you, when we were watching the movie, all that is a red flag, like a giant red fucking
Taxidermy,
flag.
giant red flag.
That's
all
a
the
giant
stuffed
red-
animals
yeah.
around.
all like him talking about stuffing them and killing as a hobby. I'm like, that's a giant red fucking flag. You're alone. Like these, as the lady should have, all these things that he's talking about should have been clues of like, oh fuck, I'm by myself.
I'm actually strangely surprised, but after he killed her, he didn't stuff her.
Well, he's not. Well, first off, that was the mother's personality that killed her.
Yeah.
Like we said, he has two personalities. When Norman is in control,
Regained it.
when Norman's in control, he's timid, shy, docile, probably like enjoys stuffing animals, but it's not like
Sick or twisted.
not sick and twisted like he's gonna kill her or anything. It more looked like he wanted to have sex with her
Yeah.
than anything of that because he was peeping on her.
And that's what they said.
And that's when the mother's personality took over. When he peeps and sees like her undressing, and he goes downstairs, it immediately flips into Mama.
Yeah.
Like it flips right into Mama's personality. Like her going, like him going downstairs, you could say that's Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going downstairs, she's pissed.
Right. Yeah. Makes sense, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, and then when like obviously when it comes into the shower scene and like makes you that still to this day I'm one of those people. I don't close my shower curtains all the way.
You know what that reminds me of?
I don't.
I leave a room to peek.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't close them all the way. I leave them like there's got to be a peeking sound.
Cool. So like I can't even imagine him having a conversation with his mom.
It's going to
Yeah, well, I think it is like Lord of the Rings. Well, let
Gobbit,
the Gollum, yeah.
Gollum. Yeah, that's kind of what it is. It's like it's all in his head. So like, but he makes the voice for his mom too.
Yeah,
Because he has to hear what she's saying.
but speaking of the difference, I think the little difference between Smeagol and Gollum is that Smeagol does have is more tangible than it is in just in his mind because it's actually the corruption of the ring that creates Smeagol. So it's not really just his mind.
Well, I mean, it just what it kind of reminds me.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, like if you have two personalities, like the one body and
Well, one personality always is in control, the other one isn't. So like Norman Bates' personality was in control for most of the movie, but when he kills people, that's Mom. Or when he's about to do, harm to other people, that's
Yeah.
Mom's personality. That's his mother's personality taking over. So like he is a person with two personality disorder.
He's mentally ill.
Yeah, he's a mentally ill person that needs like actual therapy because of what his mom did to him as well. Like he was a person of child abuse or not neglect, I would say, more of.
From what I've seen, no, I know I keep bringing it back to the TV series, but I don't mean to.
all
But
right. Well, I mean,
they do show that she's overbearing, very overbearing, but I wouldn't say per se she abuses nor neglects Norman.
But you could also say overbearingness also is a form of child abuse
That's
because
fair,
you're
yeah.
not letting the child grow and think for themselves and think beyond your rules and things like that and let them develop their own way of doing things. So in a way, she is hindering him,
Yeah.
which you get in the movie.
yeah.
Because he's very timid, especially when like an actual like real man comes to the hotel. Like he's very timid. He's very
Yeah.
intimidated by them. He's very like closed off. He doesn't really want to be in the same room as
Yeah,
them.
the detective,
He's more and the other man.
Yeah.
The lover
Yeah.
of the main character who dies
40 minutes.
40 minutes in the movie. No, but that's the thing. It's like he's more confident when it's just a lady in the room because he doesn't feel threatened. But when it's immediately a man, it's like he's more standoffish and closed. So yeah, no, I like it. I mean, as a person, I I don't really watch Psycho all the time. It's not a movie that I would
I
watch.
I've watched Psycho more than like 5 times. It's like I'm like
I don't know.
I don't know
I
how
don't know.
you stay awake at some point.
I mean, I could see you saying like it's like The Godfather. You only need to watch The Godfather 1 or 2 times. You don't need to watch it over and over again.
Yeah.
It's quite boring.
Yeah, I mean, well, there are movies that you really like that you watch them again and again.
Well, yeah, but like those are mostly like I hate to say it, those are mostly action movies or like some dramas,
X-Men,
some
horror,
dramas,
some horrors.
some horrors, some comedies. But like the movies that like you don't need to watch more than twice or once are Psycho, like these movies where it's like they're very slow paced. You like them for like their filmmaking aspects. Like if you want to be a filmmaker, like we choose to be, like we watch these movies to learn the craft and learn the art and learn the way to tell a story and things like that. But we're not gonna go back and say like, oh, this is like in our top 10 favorite movies. It's like, no, I like it. It's fine. It's a good movie, but I don't recommend you watching it more.
Yeah.
This past.
Fired.
Sorry, Josh.
No, I was stretching.
I would like usually watch it twice, but like what's gonna happen,
Yeah.
and then like I would like listen to key like story like a little like details, like,
Well, that's what I do all the time. I watch movies. I watch them like if I watch them twice to really learn everything because you don't see everything the first time you watch it. You have to watch it again to see all the little details you missed.
yeah, it's kind of like it's kind of like when I read like Naruto because
Mm.
yeah, because well, like from the beginning, but you see the difference between the beginning and the end. It's like you're like, oh yeah, I forget about that.
Well, there's another movie I want to show you, which is Salem's Lot, which is the movie of Nosferatu, which is coming out.
All right.
It's coming out.
Yeah, no, there's a Christmas movie called Nosferatu coming out.
Oh, okay.
It's
This year?
Yeah, this year. Nosferatu,
Really?
the vampire movie's coming out.
Is there a
this year.
remake of the 22? No.
It's called Nosferatu. It's not called Salem's Lot. It's called Nosferatu, the vampire.
Yeah.
So I don't know what it is. I have no idea what it is.
Okay.
Stop asking.
Nosferatu.
Don't ask me. I only heard of it on my podcast that I like to listen to. It's called Nerderotic. I've only listened
You're
to
erotic.
Nerderotic. Yes.
I'm sorry. I hear that thing of
I mean, you can say all you
You
want.
get giggly all you want.
Yes, I just like to listen because he has good nerd news and he talks about like Lord of the Rings and other things like that, and like other DC stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was saying what you
Yeah. No, that's fine.
I'll
But, like,
change the name.
yeah, no, but he was just talking about like the Nosferatu's coming out. I think Christmas time this year.
Well, I know the
Terrifier 3 is coming out
Christmas
next week.
Yeah.
next week.
Next week or the week after. Forget. I have to look again, but it's coming out in October. It's not coming out. It takes place during Christmas. Yes, which is why I already have the name of the episode for our podcast. It's gonna have a Merry Terrifier.
Yeah.
I think it's a great title.
And I've sent the trailer to the group. Has everyone watched it?
I watched it.
Wait, what?
We sent the trailer to the group chat. Terrifier 3.
What?
A couple days ago.
Maybe Saturday.
Oh, well, I turn off the group.
It's
Yeah.
fine. We'll play it when we're done.
Yeah. Well, you can play it while I'm getting dressed.
Yeah.
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 All right. Yeah. I'll do it. Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that long of a trailer anyway. It's just like
Okay.
2 minutes.
All right then.
It's like a normal trailer. They're not gonna tell you anything about it. They're just gonna show you shit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, but like no, but that's coming out. That's another one that we're gonna do. Like, I do want to show him Salem's Lot, the very first. Like that's
The original, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I got
So,
you.
there's a reason why. Like, there's a reason why when my father saw the SpongeBob, he's like, I wouldn't say, I wouldn't say Nosferatu like that. He's a fucking menace. He's a menace.
That smile I think of.
Yeah, yeah, no, he's a like, he's a fucking. It's again black and
Claws
white.
on him.
Yeah, and they just released the original, the new remake on Max, Sam's Lot. So
Ah,
Nice.
I was watching that before I was ready before I got in the shower.
anyway, so what we were talking about, we talked about we were doing we did a movie last night when he left. Was what was it? Demon.
Night of the Demons.
Yeah, Night of the Demon. It was good. I liked it. It was
Wait, last night when you left.
no.
Sorry.
Yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, Night of the Demons
Yeah.
was in the afternoon.
Yeah, it was good. I liked it.
I liked it too. It was, like I said to him, it's my first horror movies that I ever saw. I think it's my second one, and I ever saw as a kid. I think I was like 12.
It's not that scary. There's a lot of nudity in it though.
No, I was 8.
Wait, what?
There's a lot of nudity in it.
Yeah.
Like girls' breasts, like
Almost vagina shots.
panties and everything.
Sorry, no. Where you talking about again?
Night of the Demons.
I have to even I haven't watched that. Well, what you say you watched it yesterday?
Yeah.
Oh well, yeah, I worked
Yeah.
yesterday, so I couldn't.
Well, yeah, I had my eye appointment yesterday, and then I came here and hung out with him. We watched that.
Yeah.
It was all right. I mean, I give it a 7.
8.
It's not horrible. Not a horrible movie at all. It's a pretty demonic possession movie. I mean, it's not that scary at all. At all. It's
Well, it was a demonic possession before demonic possession movies were a big thing like they are today. Like,
oh, you showed me another one. It's called like what? Was it like what? It was like after he left, you showed me another one.
oh yeah, it's Slumber Party Massacre.
Slumber Party Massacre, which is exactly what Ginger Bear would think it is. It's about a bunch of teenage girls that aren't teenage girls, they're porn stars in their like bra and panties and underwear and shit.
Mm.
Running around. That's why I said horror movies back then were all porn stars.
Most of the time, yeah.
Most of the time.
That's how
They were very comfortable getting naked, that's why.
Yeah.
Hey, it sells.
That's what it is. Tits sell.
Yeah.
Very much so. It was again another one. Not that I don't find slashers scary at all.
I didn't find it scary.
No, I didn't find it scary at all. I don't find slashers scary.
I don't either.
It's very, bloodshed things. It's mostly action, but
I think the one of the things that I find scary the most are either body horror, found footage, or anything to do with witches.
I would say I would say the most intense slashers that we've watched are the Terrifier ones that we've all seen.
Yeah.
Those are the most intense, where like art really does some fucked up
You need
shit.
some gore, bro.
But,
You need some
like,
gore.
Like those are some really fucked up moments. But even then, I don't find it that disturbing to watch. Maybe because I've seen Saw, and like I've seen a lot of Saws, and like the Saw movies are very much like porno for gore fans.
Saw, after seeing Saw and Final Destination, I just don't. Gore doesn't much bother me anymore.
Yeah. Not at all. I don't find gore that bad.
I guess I don't like what to look at ugly looking like monsters, Like,
But your problem is you don't like jump scares. Like when they come out of nowhere and like on the screen they flash on the screen. That's the part that you don't like.
Which is understandable. I understand that.
Yeah, I don't particularly care for jump scares either. But the thing about Halloween, like they say, oh, that's jump scare. It's like, no, like when Michael Myers gets up, it's all blurry, but you can still see a human getting up. And it's like, oh, that's not a jump scare because I can see it.
Like for me personally, when it comes to Halloween kind of scares, John Copper is a master at making the suspense getting there. So when it's a jump scare, it's like you've already been waiting for the scare a while. Like it still gets you,
Not
but
really.
you're like,
Not really. The more you watch it, the less it gets.
the less it gets you. Obviously, if you watch the movie multiple times.
Yeah.
But
It just becomes part of the thing. It's
Yeah.
like for like Ginger Bear, like any of the monster movies that have jump scares, like you could call them that, you know.
Yeah.
They're not that bad. It's just more like it's just like something like slashing on screen really quickly that gets you. Like your brain's not prepared for something like that to happen.
I went watch I went I went to watch a movie like that. Um, if, if I had that heart, well, or
Well, I wouldn't either. I mean, I've seen ghost movies, and I don't find them scary that much either. Like ghost movies don't scare me that really.
it depends on the movie for me.
I don't. I've seen zombie movies. I'm not scared of zombie
I don't think
movies.
I've ever been scared of a zombie film.
I've never been scared of a zombie film. I like Dawn of the Dead. I like Night of the Dead. Um, I even prefer. I don't have any problem with Shaun of the Dead.
You know, you were last night we were talking about that. He's like, and then there's made a statement. He's like, whoa, pause. And I'm like, what? And he said, did they just say Shaun of the Dead is one of the best zombie films ever made? I said, no, they were talking about Dawn of the Dead. Oh, okay.
No, I said no. That's not true. You need to get it right before you say it.
Okay.
That I thought they said Shaun of the Dead was better than Dawn of the Dead. That's what I thought they said. Okay,
Yeah.
There's a little different. That's what I said.
Okay.
I did not think that they thought Shaun of the Dead was superior than Dawn of the Dead. I did not think that's what they said. I thought the guy who said it, I thought he said was better. Which I was like, oh hell to the fuck no.
Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead's like the best zombie movie you'll ever have.
you, you, you sound like a politician when you say no, that's not what I said. You're mixing the words I
No, I don't
said.
like it when he shortens it. It makes it sound worse than it actually was.
But people, well, some people do that. Like
Some people do that. Yeah, I agree.
yeah, I've seen interviewers like doing that. You know.
Why do you think why do you think a lot of my coworkers say like you should be a politician because of your ideas? It's like, no, thank you. I'm good. I don't
Yeah.
need to fix this bullshit.
Yeah.
I didn't start it.
Yeah.
No, I see zombie movies aren't at all scary. Like you watch The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
I think the only pseudo zombie film that actually scare me is The Crazies, and that's because they're not really zombies per se. It's like the rage virus, in
Yeah.
thing, but it's like they just gas infects them, and it just makes them want to kill people. Yeah, kill your family.
Well, that is a little like that's a little scarier. But then you think about it, scary.
I would say a scary one, another scary one, or at least
It could happen.
well, see, we had a conversation. Like, what's scary? Slow zombies or fast zombies? Ginger beard? No.
Well, I say the fast ones because well, like what if the world champion Olympic runner got introduced as zombie? He'd be unstoppable.
See, here's my okay. When I go.
Yes.
So, as I stated last night, each particular zombie has its own dangers. Slow zombies are more dangerous when they are together, and they are a lot more scary
Sorry.
because,
Yeah.
like the guy said,
That's fine.
a fast zombie, you're dead before you know it when they get you. A slow zombie, they take their time with you. They're disemboweling you. They're eating your arms, your legs. They're ripping your head off.
Well, that's when they catch you. Which is, I'm like, I don't know, like, is he the walking? Yeah, it's so it was so like confusing to me because like oh they're chasing me they're not really
Well, that's the
fast.
satire of it. That's the satire, funny moments that people bring up when it comes to
Yeah.
zombies. Is that like, oh, they're not that fast. It's like here's the zombies movies that I think are truly scary. If you ever or depict the zombies in a good light, is the Zombieland zombies, where like
Oh
you
yeah,
have slow moving zombies, and then you have the evolved form of the slow moving zombies, which actually move haul ass,
Yeah.
actually move really fast. The more brains they eat, the more things they eat. That's how fast they get.
And in Zombieland 2, they get different, even more types of zombies.
Yeah, so they're evolving. So like the longer you stay in these fucked up worlds, the worse zombies are gonna get. The more like fucked up they'll get. And you're gonna be like, oh shit, we're
And I did like the fact that they were talking about in the video or the show was that they broke it down this way. And Dawn of the Dead, we're losing the war against zombies. In Day of the Dead, we've lost. Zombies that were slowly becoming more smarter and are working together to take down humans.
okay.
well, which I don't understand. You- Like if you're smart, then why would you still like want to eat flesh?
Well, that's what powers them. That
Yeah.
they can't help it. That's how they get powered from it. Zombies can't survive without eating human flesh.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Right, and
Unfortunately.
when they get smart, they
It's more of them evolving to catch humans.
Yeah.
So they start off as slow moving, decorping creatures, and then
Yeah.
they evolve into fast moving, like, things that can kill.
right,
Which is
yeah.
why you don't see also like those zombies also will start eating other zombies to
Sure.
gain more power. So they're always even if they're not eating you, they're eating a brotherhood to keep themselves alive
See,
or
yeah.
whatever.
George A. Romero, his zombie films span like 3 decades. They started in '68, and they kind of like end in like 1990s, but they have like little pocket movies in between that continue them.
Well, it isn't until Zombieland and Walking Dead where zombies have become mainstream.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'll be honest,
I don't like Walking Dead.
I'm the only one that was a fan, so it's fine.
I was when it's okay if you like it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not mad if you guys don't like it. I don't care.
Well, yeah, no. You see how you like Walking Dead and things like that. Like he and I would have got into it because one of our favorite people on Supernatural was also on Walking Dead. And you're kind of like, oh, I like him. Let me watch this show. And for a time, I did like Walking Dead. But after a while, it gets repetitive and stupid.
No, I get that.
And,
Yeah.
and you kind of
I
don't.
didn't even finish the series. I watched till season 8 and I was done.
I heard that I watched that like they're in Europe. I'm like
Yeah, I might watch that one because it has Daryl, and Daryl's my favorite character. So
he's everyone's.
I just watched it. I just watched it to watch it. I watched Falling Skies, which is another
Yeah,
an
I watched
alien
that too.
movie,
Yeah.
which is an alien show, which I personally loved.
that was a great show.
Oh, I loved it so much.
I never watched it, but I kind of wanted to watch it, because it looks.
Oh, dude, if you want to, like believe it was on Sci-Fi.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was on Sci-Fi, so that it's on a streaming service. We can show you a couple episodes.
I think
with
it's on
time.
Hulu.
Yeah, we can show you the episodes and we can watch it
Okay, yeah.
one day. It's a fucking awesome alien takeover story.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a fun like alien takeover story. That's like the aliens. It's basically this is apocalypse taken over by aliens. That's why it was really cool. And me and my dad used to watch it all the time.
Is Josh? Sorry.
Hey,
I think I could use your regular account.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Well, thanks. Yeah, because like Dad is not. Well, he's old and his works and well he says eventually I'll try to fix it, but I don't want to
Yeah, just here. Where's the phone is here? I'll just show you the password and everything right now.
Just send him the link or just send him the password.
You just could copy it off my notes.
That's true. That's true. No, but another thing too. What was another? Oh yeah, sweet. That's the reason why I like supernatural shows anyway. Not really like I think it's funny. I wasn't a horror movie fan. I never have been, but I like supernatural stuff. I've always liked supernatural, and I think I'm the perfect nerd where I can slip in and out of different fandoms pretty easily. Where it's like I know enough to talk about this, but I'm not like a super fan, so don't ask me shit. That's the way I do with anime. Like I know enough about anime unless I really enjoy it that I've seen the whole series and I've really liked it. That don't ask.
I'm sorry, can I see you again?
Yeah, sure.
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm
That's
trying.
fun. It's fun.
Yeah, it took a while.
It's all right.
All right, hang on. Okay. That looks right. Okay. Hey, hang on, yeah. Sorry. I was doing your email. You there?
No, that one right there.
Wait, password.
Oh, my that is the password.
Oh, well then.
My email is
What was your
I
wow.
was about to send you the email actually through a text message.
Oh, just send the email to it, definitely.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
No.
Alright, say.
No. Like the reason, like I'm not like I as a fan, as a nerd or whatever you want to say, is like I can get in and out of fandoms pretty quickly, pretty easily. So like I don't unless I really really like the series, I will watch it all the way through. But I know enough about certain series that I don't, I can talk about it.
Like I will go back to saying that I'm with you on that. Like I like the Bates Motel series.
Yeah.
But I didn't like that the last season was the movie, literally, like word for like the entire movie, and I was like, why?
That's stupid.
Yeah,
Yeah. You should just lead up to the movie. You shouldn't have anything to do with it.
it was the movie itself. Yeah.
Well, I have to point out too, and I hate to say this, that little reel I sent you, which 90s kids show do you replace?
Yeah.
Goosebumps.
Sorry.
No, because he's mad because I picked Animaniacs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't care.
I'm sorry, I just didn't like it as much as the other ones.
It's fine. It's fine.
Probably not to you because you picked Goosebumps.
That's fine. I don't give a shit. I pick Goosebumps anyway.
Yeah, of course you did.
No, I would take
Which
Goosebumps.
they made no sense. It makes no sense because only two of those shows were live action, and that was Mighty Morphin and that one. Everyone else was an animated show.
Yeah, but they said kids shows. And I don't think it said kids animated show. Or if it did, I guess they count those live action shows as animated shows.
True.
All right. Well, I think this has been a fun episode of the podcast. All right, this was a little bit quicker. Normally we're doing it, but we have a special movie that we're going to go see tonight, Joker 2. So that'll be on the next episode. Have a good rest of your day, everybody, and enjoy.
All right. Adios, amigos.
Bye, middies.